Okay, so what do you call yourself? Huh? ¿Cómo se llama?
Antonio Montana. And you? What you call yourself?
Where'd you learn to speak the English, Tony?
In a school. And my father, he was from the United States. Yeah, just like you know. He was a Yankee. He used to take me a lot to the movies, you know. I learned. I watched the guys like Humphrey Bogart, James Cagney. They teach me to talk. I like those guys. I always know one day I'm coming here, United States.
1980, Miami. They called it Little Havana, where the American dream had a price tag, and only one man in a million was hungry enough to pay.
Fuck yeah.
This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman.
SCARFACE. For one brief moment, the world was his.
Bye-bye.
That chick he's with, she like me.
You must be kidding.
What you talking about? That's a Cadillac.
How do you know?
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Man, that's the boss's lady, okay?
I am the boss.
That guy's soft.
I like you, Tony. There is no lying in you.
Here's to the land of opportunity.
We do business together a long time.
I know the street, and I'm making all the right connections.
Remember I told you when you started, the guys who last in this business are the guys who fly straight.
With the right woman, there's no stopping me. I could go right to the top.
The word on the street, Tony, is you're not a small-time punk anymore. Supreme Court says that your privacy can be invaded.
You sweep the house this month?
You're spending a lot of money on this counter surveillance.
We're doing 10 million, 15 million a month. Come on. Now, that's serious money, you know? But your bank boys gotta come down a bit.
Who else can you trust? That's why you pay us what you do. You trust us. You're in good hands with us.
Al Pacino is SCARFACE.
Fuck yeah.
He loved the American dream with a vengeance. Al Pacino, SCARFACE.
Yes. Wow. There you go, guys. Occasionally we do some retro trailers. We love doing retro trailers because there's like so many good movies out there and there's so many bad movies out there, but we want to make them aware to you guys, and this is one of the greatest. In 1983, director Brian De Palma set out to make a film about the rise and fall of an American gangster, and that he did with the help of a terrific screenplay by Oliver Stone and some impeccable work by an outstanding cast. The result was SCARFACE, starring Al Pacino in one of the most memorable roles as Tony Montana. Al Pacino gives an unforgettable performance as one of the most ruthless gangsters of all time. And speaking of performances, how about Michelle Pfeiffer? Michelle Pfeiffer gives a solid performance as well in the role that put her on the path to stardom. She played the sexy character Elvira, the woman who became an integral part of Tony Montana's dream. Man, I tell you, I cannot get enough of this movie. It is powerful, occasionally humorous, sometimes shocking, and continually controversial. SCARFACE is one of the films of the 80s, whatever that might mean to you, an essential and accessible gangster flip and a pop culture landmark. This movie is loved by all. Now, I'm going to quote some Mark Twain to you guys. Yes, we're getting fancy here, guys. I'm going to quote something. A classic is something that everyone wants to have read, but no one wants to read. A classic is also something that everyone praises, but no one has read. And that's a quote from Mark Twain. This movie is a classic. And for years to come, it will always will go down as one of the greatest movies of all time. You may have noticed I am a massive fan of this movie, like a lot of people out there. Guys, if you have not seen this movie, I'm telling you now, you've got to go out and watch this movie. It has everything, and you will not be disappointed. Man, I love this movie. I'm just big into the whole gangster scene with movies, and this is definitely one of my top 5 gangster movies of all time. But guys, I want to hear from you. I want to know, have you seen Scarface? Are you a big Scarface fan? Or you haven't seen it and you want to know more about it? Guys, drop me a like. Hit that thumbs up for me. I'd really, really appreciate it. Also, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know exactly when all our videos will appear. Like, subscribe, follow across all our social media platforms. We'd really, really appreciate it. Also, guys, if you want to check out our weekly podcast, you can check us out on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, and a whole lot more where you can listen to your favorite podcast. And guys, also, if you want to support us, we'd really, really appreciate it if you just jump on our merch store and check out all the merchandise that we have there. We got some cool stuff there. And if you want to see the previous video or hit that subscribe button, the links are here. But everything that I've spoken about, the links are all down below. Thank you so much for joining me on this retro trailer reaction. And I will see you guys all on the next retro trailer reaction.